Hey, what's going on, guys? Wildside here, and I'm back with Sky Factory 2. So, if you remember, last episode we had finally gotten the lava and the cobble gen set up. So now I think what we're going to do is, in order to make it easier to build the rest of our base, I've actually already started doing it. I'm going to mine a bunch of cobblestone and sift it all to hopefully get, because in order to make what we want to make, what we want to make is basically two things, a transfer node and a world interaction upgrade, which will allow us to automate our cobble gen. Now, a transfer node is made with a pipe, which out of all of these, the easiest one for us to make would be a transfer pipe, which requires 2 glass, 6 aluminum ingots, and 1 redstone. So we'll need to get 6 aluminum, 1 redstone, 2 glass. Then we need 2 more redstone, so that's 3 redstone, plus 9 equals 12 redstone. So we need 12 redstone total, 6 aluminum, and then the stone and the chest are easy enough. But then also we need a world interaction upgrade, which costs 7 iron and 4 lapis. So we need 7 iron, 4 lapis, 12 redstone, and 6 aluminum. So that's going to take quite a bit of just mining, crushing, and sifting. So I've already got some of the stuff. I'm not sure if I have enough to make anything at the moment. I have enough to make 1 iron at the moment. So that's 1 of the 7 iron right there. So I'm going to cut for right now, and I'll come back to you guys if anything interesting happens, or once I just get the stuff to do this. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, then I'm back. I've done a little bit of sifting and mining, and I've gotten 2 of the aluminum we need and 4 of the iron, as well as 4 of the redstone. I haven't gotten any lapis yet because this is the only gravel that I sifted, and I didn't get any lapis from it. But while I was doing this, I was needing to fight off all of these mobs that were spawning, and I'm getting really sick and tired of just constantly making more wooden swords. So how we're going to solve that problem is we're going to make a basic T-con sword, so that I don't have to so that I can just repair this one instead of having to continually make wooden swords, because that gets really annoying after a while. So we're going to take this, make a stone sword blade, bone tool rod, because bone has higher durability than stone, and then can we make the crossguard out of bone as well? No, that has to be stone. Okay. So now we'll make a stone crossguard, and then we'll just make a quick little sword so that we can keep these mobs at bay. Okay, so now that we have a weapon that we can at least repair, we should be able to fight these off without having to constantly repair our sword. Also, this does quite a bit of damage. Holy crap, this is doing 10 damage to them. Okay, guys, so I'm basically going to go back to mining and sifting, so I'll be right back once I, crap. But yeah, like I said, I'll be right back once I get enough stuff. So, see you guys. Okay, guys, and we're back. So I've gotten all 12 of the redstone, all 7 of the iron, almost have all 6 of the aluminum. We only need 1 more broken aluminum more, and 1 more lapis. So hopefully we'll get that while we're sifting this so that we can make it. Let's see here. Silver. If not, I'm just going to keep recording because there's no point in cutting at this point. Another silver. Dang. Why are we not getting any aluminum, or... was that aluminum? No, that was gold. Son of a gun. It's hard to see what I'm getting from this angle. Okay, that's the aluminum. So now we have all the aluminum we need. So now all we need is that last piece of lapis. So hopefully we'll get it with this last 6 gravel. Come on. There's got to be a piece of lapis in here. Of course we wouldn't get a lapis. Ow! So, looks like we gotta go get more cobblestone. Oh goody. First, let's put all this away. That's not what I meant to put there. Oh yeah, I also made these 4 extra buckets for when we need to do build our mob grinder, which hopefully once I automate this, I'll just leave it running for a little while I cut, and then hopefully that'll leave us with enough cobblestone to be able to make my mob grinder. Because we're going to need a lot of cobblestone, 5 buckets of water, and some signs, and also something special that I'll show you guys later. But for right now, let's try and get that last piece of lapis. So I think I'll get 20 gravel, because actually I'll get half a stack of gravel, because if we don't get a lapis in half a stack, that would be pretty bad. Oh yeah, and as you guys can see, while I was mining, my stone pickaxe did level up twice, so it now has haste 2. Oh yeah, we also got those, which I'll open up. I'll finish mining this half stack of cobblestone, and then we actually got 2. I actually got 2 loot bags from mobs that I had to kill while I was mining. So I'll open those up as soon as I get this half a stack, which shouldn't take that long, because as I said, this haste 2 stone pickaxe is very fast at mining things. Makes easy work of collecting this, but it'll be much better once we have it automated, because then like I said, I could just put the server on, put the world, open it to LAN. I need 1 more to repair my pickaxe. Put the server to LAN and just leave it AFK for maybe 5-10 minutes, get a full chest full of cobblestone. Okay, so now I think we'll well, first, let me get this piece of dirt, because the more dirt, the better. Specifically when we get to needing tree farms and other farms. I'll just put those right there for right now. Yeah, but we got these 2 loot bags, so I guess we'll open up the worst one first, because we got a rare loot bag and a common loot bag. So let's see what's in here. A black lotus, 5 electrical steel, and 2 wheat. So for those of you guys that don't know what a black lotus is, it is an item from Botania, which is a magic mod centered around flowers and plants. And basically what this does is, if you drop it into an item from the mod called a mana pool, it will give you a ton of mana. I'm not exactly sure how much, because I've never really counted it, but it's quite a bit. And then let's see what's in the rare one. Iron chestplate, division sigil, 2 uncommon treasures, and a golden apple and some saplings. Okay, so that's pretty good. We might as well open these uncommon treasures while we're here, since we're opening stuff anyway. Let's see here. Oh, we got a diamond, an emerald, a potion of weakness, 36 coins, and an ender pearl. That's really good. An ender pearl would be very hard to get otherwise. Because unfortunately, it is rather hard to make an automated, even a non-automated Enderman grinder until later in the game. Okay, so that's half a stack of gravel right there. If we don't get a lapis from this, and of course we get it on the first one. Okay, so now that we have all of the stuff we need, all we need is the 2 glass and the 2 stone. So there's our sand to make the glass, and then we also need to get 2 more cobblestone to make the stone. And then besides that, I think all that's left is a chest, and then we should be able to make this. Let's see here. Come on, hurry up. Okay, and while that's smelting, I'll go make the chest. I might as well finish sifting this. Got nothing, of course. So now we need to make a chest. Okay, so we should have everything once we get everything all smelted up. Okay, so now that's the stone. Now we put the iron, or is that iron or aluminum? That's aluminum. We're actually going to probably have to use quite a bit of planks to do this. I mean, I realize I could make charcoal, but I just don't want to take the extra time. Like, I mean, we have no shortage of wood at the moment, because we're really not building our platform any bigger at the moment. I don't want you here. Go away. Anything good out here besides string? Nope, just string. And in case you guys were wondering why there was just string sitting on the ground, Botania, which is that same mod that I was talking about that adds plant magic, also makes a lot of mobs randomly drop their items just by sitting around. So like chickens will randomly drop feathers just sitting around. Spiders will randomly drop string. Villagers will randomly drop emeralds. Like all this good stuff. So like normally to get emeralds, I'd make, or at least an emerald, well, we have magical crops, but obviously emerald crops take Zavicchio, so that would take a rather long time to get. But normally, if I would need emeralds, I would make a villager breeder and then dump them into a T-Con smeltery, because if you guys don't know, in T-Con village, there are many animals that melt down to create certain things. Like if you put horses in a smeltery, they make glue. If you put pretty much any other mob in a smeltery, they make blood. And if you put villagers in there, they turn into liquefied emeralds, which you can then pour out to make emerald blocks. But, however, that is a very complicated system that requires a lot of work. So if we could just set up a room with a mass amount of villagers and put a vacuum hopper in it to just suck up the emeralds, that would be a much more effective emerald farm. But, however, we're going to need to go quite a ways before we can even get a villager, because the only way to get a villager in this pack is through Mine Factory Reloaded. Basically, what you have to do is you have to make this thing called, I believe it's called de-zombification. No. It is called a de-zombification syringe, which is a syringe and a golden apple. And basically, you have to use that on catch a zombie villager and use that on it. And that is the only way to get a villager. And then obviously you have to do that twice, and then you can get them to breed to make more villagers. But that is the only way to make villagers in this mod. Okay, that should be done. So now we put in the iron. Let's see here. Put away the dirt, put away the spider eye, none of that we need right now. And you know what, while I'm waiting, I might as well make the last part of the special piece that I told you guys about that we need for my early game mob grinder. So this last particular piece that we need is a little something called a wooden spike, which is, I can't remember what mod it's from per se, but basically what it does is if any mob person, whatever, steps on top of it, it will deal damage down to them until they're down to half a heart. So basically what I do is I build a large spawning room and use water buckets to push them all into a particular spot, fall down onto these spikes where they all then get down to 1 heart, and then I can just go over and chop them up or punch them or do whatever. So it's a rather effective mob grinder for early game. Okay, so now that we got all that stuff, let's see here. So we need to make an iron pickaxe for the world interaction upgrade. Okay, there's the iron pickaxe. Then we need to put iron around that. And then lapis. Okay, we've got the world interaction upgrade. Now we need to make a redstone block. And then we also need to put redstone, glass, 6 aluminum ingots. Okay, we now have the transfer pipes. So now we need to put that, and that. And there we go. We have a transfer node, guys. So now we will have a completely automated cobblestone gen. So basically what this does is a transfer node will pull items out of any block you put it on. So if we put it on that cobblestone and then we put a chest for it to dispense out into, it will pull cobblestone out of the cobble gen and plop it into a chest. See? It's already producing cobblestone. And the more world interaction upgrades you put, the more cobble per tick it produces. Right now, it's producing exactly 1 cobble per tick. If you were to have 2 world interaction upgrades, it would produce 2 cobble per tick, 3 per tick, 4 per tick, etc. So, like, if you end up with a full stack of this, because there's 6 slots, you could be producing 6 stacks of cobble a tick. So that is really overpowered, and we might actually need to do something. We might actually need to make a couple of maxed transfer nodes later, because if you guys look, all the way in the Age of Insanity, there is a achievement for filling an entire chunk from bedrock, well, 0 to 256 with triple compressed cobblestone. Which, if you guys don't know, triple compressed cobblestone is, I believe, 800 something cobblestone, but 729 cobblestone per block. So we're gonna need a lot of cobblestone. But yeah, so let's just check our achievement book real quick. Okay, so that's what we've done. Automate your cobble generator with a transfer node. That is done. But we still, unfortunately, have not made a mob grinder. But, however, once we get enough cobblestone, I will be able to. So I'm going to cut and just let this go for a little while so we can get a bunch of cobblestone. And then I'll build our mob grinder. And then I think I'll end this episode here. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys. And I'm back. So I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes. And I've been letting this produce cobblestone. And we've got almost a full inventory now. So while I'm letting that produce the last little bit, I'm going to make... Oh, our tree grew. Lovely. I actually need to... Dang it, I cannot reach my, Can't reach my, crafting table. Oh, wait, I have a second one here. Yeah, so I'm going to craft that really important block, the wooden spikes that I told you guys about. Because basically, without that, this... I mean, it is a mob spawner still, but it's a less effective mob spawner. Because this way, like I said, all I have to do is I could punch them to death afterwards, if I felt like it. Can I actually put the... Oh, I can put those in through here. Okay. So, basically, the way you make these wooden spikes are you take 1 wood log, 3 wood planks, and then 3 wood swords. And you do this the same way with whatever spikes you want to craft. You can make gold spikes, iron spikes, and diamond spikes as well. It's exactly the same for every one. Just a block of the material, 3 of the lesser of the material, and then 3 swords of the material. So now that we have that, we should be good to go build this. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to build this off of... It has to be 20 blocks away, so I think I'm going to build it off of this down here. But in order to make sure that mobs don't unwantedly spawn down there, I'm actually going to real quick make some torches. Because we definitely don't want... I'm actually going to probably need to make way more torches than that, because I just realized we also do not want mobs spawning on the roof of this place. Because mobs spawning on the roof is usually bad. Oh, also, guys, I made a new pickaxe to bring with us because we don't want to lose our pickaxe if we our haste 2 pickaxe if we happen to fall off while building this. So I got a completely new pickaxe that hopefully we won't have to worry about falling off, but there always is the possibility. So hopefully we can get enough charcoal from this to make a decent amount of torches to be able to light up the entire area. I'm just going to put these sticks in here so that I don't have to put them back into the crafting grid each time. I also, while I was getting the last bit of cobblestone, I set up 2 more wheat to grow because later there is quite a bit of stuff we need wheat for. Like, we use wheat to, until we can get a decent magical crops farm, we use wheat to make, moss stone, which is used to put auto repair on our tools, which, trust me, once you get into the higher end tools like Manulin or stuff like that, you definitely want to put auto repair on them unless you have... Because if I make a Manulin tool before I get a Manulin farm, a Manulin magical crops farm, I'm definitely going to want to put auto repair on it because it is very hard to get Manulin. Because the only way to get Manulin in this is to have... There is a 1% chance of 1 broken Ardite or Cobalt dropping from sifting crushed to netherrack, which the only way to get netherrack is to either, one, go into the nether and find it, which the nether is, there's absolutely nothing except nether fortresses, just like here, or you can make it using, I believe it's lava and redstone. You put lava in a stone barrel, and then you drop a redstone into it, and that'll make a netherrack. Or you can make nether seeds using netherrack, and then craft more netherrack from it. But it's pretty hard to get crushed netherrack, and it's pretty hard to get ardite and cobalt from the netherrack. So we're definitely going to want to put auto repair on a manual and tool if we do happen to make it. Okay, we should have enough torches now to light up this entire area. Let's hit F7 and see where we need to light up. I'm gonna be very conservative with these torches so that we don't use too many. Okay, I'm not sure why I brought my axe. I'm probably gonna go put that back real quick, because again, do not want to lose my tools. At least my important tools. Okay. So now we build the mob spawner. So basically, the way that this works is, first of all, I'm going to build a little bit farther out, because mobs don't seem to be spawning on this platform as fast as I want them to. Probably because it's not far enough away. Okay, so now we need to build a small little platform to put this on. So I'm thinking that 3 blocks in each direction should be big enough. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I might need to at some point go back and get more cobblestone, but our cobble gen should be producing cobble this entire time we're gone, so that shouldn't be an issue, because it's still in a loaded chunk. So it should still be producing cobblestone. So now we just need to build a little railing around this, because almost every mob will get stuck in this trap, with the exception of spiders. Spiders will just spawn in the top of it and stay in the top of it, because they won't be able to fall down the hole. But, however, baby zombies can escape from the trap even once they fall down. So we want to put a barrier around here so we don't get knocked off by a baby zombie, because obviously it's not good when you get knocked off. Okay, so now we need to, I think right here will be good. Well, first, do we need to dig down? Yeah, we need to dig down 1 in order to put the spike in. So let's grab a water bucket, plop that there, and go down 1. Oh, I almost forgot a very crucial thing, but do we have enough wood on us to make it right now? Yes, we do. Because we need to make it so that we can get the items out. And the way we do that is we basically just put, let's see here. Nope, that's not right. There we go. We put wooden pressure plates around where it will flow out, because basically we're going to put a water block right above the spike so that it will flow out of here to push the items to us. So I'm just going to light up this area, and then we'll start building up. I should actually probably put the water block here right now. And actually, putting that there, I do not have enough water, so I'm going to need to go grab another bucket. Might as well grab some more cobblestone while I'm here, just to make sure we have enough. Just fill my inventory. We don't need any space for anything else. We actually do need space for something else, because we need 2 signs, I believe. So I'll actually put one of these stacks away and then make some signs real quick, because we do need 2 signs, because there are 2 places where we have to stop the water from flowing. Okay, so now we should have everything we need to build this. And now we're actually going to have a problem getting back up there. Okay. Dang it. Okay, there we go. So now, I'll just put that there for right now. we're going to build up a couple blocks just to give these, definitely make sure that these guys have enough spawning space. In fact, it would be good if we could build this up high enough that we'd even be 20 blocks away even when we're standing at the bottom of the spawner. So that way we wouldn't have to, because mobs can only spawn 20 blocks or more away from the player. So we want to make this high enough that even if we're standing down there on that platform, mobs will still be spawning in this mob spawner. So I think I'm going to build it up to layer 100, and then I think that should be high enough. Dang it. Can't go without misplacing blocks, can we? No, do not do that. Son of a gun. Okay, guys, that was a mistake on my part. I hate how this pack lags so much when you're respawning. Okay, so now we're going to need to go back and get our stuff. Hopefully, because we landed on a pressure plate, our items didn't just get deleted. Hopefully, we still have gravestone. Okay, we do still have gravestone. That is good. Okay, so let's try this again. So now we need to build back up. I'm actually going to take this out while I'm here. And then we need to build back up. Well, let's see here. We were on layer 60 down there, right? So I'm pretty sure layer 100 will be more than enough, more than high enough to allow these guys to spawn no problem. Okay, so now we're at layer 100. So now what we do is we basically build a small room with this hole on one side of it. Well, not a small room. It's actually better for it to be a rather large room. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 7 in each direction from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 2, because this will give us plenty enough space for the mobs to spawn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we'll go, I'd say, let's see here. We'll make the spawning platform in this direction, so this will be where the water channel is, so then we'll have to make a spawning platform, so that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, then water channel, then wall. So now we'll just build back this way, and then we'll fill in the platform later. I'm really hoping that my shift key does not fail right now. I mean, we don't have anything particularly important on us. Like, all the stuff that we have right now, we can easily get more of. But I'm just really hoping that I don't fall off. So now, because unfortunately my keyboard is kind of a piece of crap and will frequently fail. Okay, so now that we have this platform, we need to fill it in. So I'm not going to cut because this won't take terribly long. So, I mean, I'm not sure. There's really nothing that I have to talk about at the moment. I mean, I would be talking about my life, but like nothing interesting is happening right now. I'm just looking for a job, applying for colleges, stuff like that. Nothing really interesting going on. But we're almost done filling this in, so we'll be able to continue building this. Okay, so now we need to build the wall around it, which basically means we just encircle this entire thing in cobblestone. Like so. Because obviously, we need this to be enclosed so that mobs can spawn even during the day. Because if we don't have it enclosed during the day, it won't be dark enough for these guys to spawn. Okay, so now we need to put one more layer up. Because this right here, these blocks, this layer right here, layer 101, is where the mobs are going to be spawning. So then above that layer, we're going to need to put 3 layers and then a roof. So that there's a 2-block space above the platforms that the mobs will be spawning on. That way, Enderman hopefully will not spawn in here, because you don't want Enderman spawning in here, because as soon as they touch this, basically the way that we transport the mobs in this is with water, and as soon as the Endermen touch the water, they will just teleport to somewhere random, which will typically be on your base, since there's no other land anywhere. Basically, they'll either teleport onto the clouds or down onto your base. 9 times out of 10, it's your base, and you don't want your base being overrun with Endermen. So just make it so that Endermen can't spawn here. So then after you put those walls, just build the spawning platforms, which basically are just these platforms that go one up and leave all but this line here, and then one line in the middle leading to these holes. I mean, you guys can clearly see. I'm going to shut off F7 because, I mean, we really don't need to know where mobs can spawn anymore. So now that you have this shape, what you need to do is put a sign here and put a sign right above the hole. And then you need to put water in all four corners like so. And then you also need to put water right here. So basically what happens is the mobs will spawn on these platforms, they'll walk into one of these waters, which will all push them into this hole. They'll then fall down there on top of the spike, lose all but one half heart, and then we can just come up to them and punch them. And there's many other things you can do. You can set it up with a vacuum hopper to automatically collect the stuff so that you don't have to collect it, but unfortunately we do not have the ability to make a vacuum hopper yet. So at the moment it'll just be a manual mob grinder. But yeah, so once you do that, you're going to want to... How many layers up is this? That's 2, so now we're going to want to put the roof layer on. Because like I said, you only want this to be too high because you do not want you only want zombies, witches, skeletons, celebrities spawning here. I wish there was a way to make spiders not spawn here, because unfortunately spiders do tend to clog it up and make it so that no more things spawn because it's full of spiders and there's no way to kill them. But there's really no way we can stop spiders from spawning unless we make it really thin, which is not an option with this because we need a lot of spawning space. So now we just put a roof on. And I just realized I have no way to get down from here except for jumping, so it looks like we're going to have to die yet again. I should have brought another water bucket. Actually, what I could do is that might be a... Yeah, I think I'll get down that way. What I'll do is once I put a roof on, I'll leave a hole somewhere, and then I'll hop down into the spawning chamber and just ride down that, since I don't have the containment or spikes there yet. But after we do set this up, we are going to need to put the containment and spikes very quickly, because mobs will start spawning pretty much immediately as soon as I get away from this. So now we'll leave that one block open and then put that there. Yeah, so it's very dark in here, guys. It'll allow mobs to spawn all day. For right now, I'll put that there just so that they can't get out, and I'll put the spike down. That's actually not how I want to put that. I want that to be facing upwards. I mean, they take damage either way, but I just like it looking like it's facing upwards, because even though it does damage them when they hit the side, to me that makes no sense, so I'd prefer it to look at least like it makes sense. So now all we need to do is make cobblestone slab and put this right here so that we can still hit them, but they can't get out. And as you guys can see, we already have mobs spawning in this thing. And I forgot something absolutely crucial, so I'm going to need to go do that, because we forgot to put torches on the roof of this thing. Which is a big problem, because obviously you don't want the all of the spawns to be taken up by them spawning on the roof. I mean, it's not like since this is 40 blocks in the air, they're not going to be able to survive falling down from it. So it's not like they're a threat to us, but we don't want all of the spawns being taken up by things spawning on the roof. And also, as I said, Endermen can spawn up here on the roof, and you don't want Endermen spawning until you can handle them. So now we'll just mine our way back down. And this is basically our mob spawner. And as you can hear, we already have tons of mobs spawning in this thing. I'm wondering, is this attached to anything tonight? Oh, wait, it's attached to the ground, which is also made of cobblestone. So yeah, I don't want to vein mine this. So I guess I'll just slowly mine my way down. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure if I vein mined it from this height, the fall would kill me anyway. Because we are currently like 20 blocks above our actual base. I at least think, if I remember correctly, in this mod pack, your base will always spawn. You will always spawn on layer 70. Yeah, so we actually had way more cobblestone than we needed, guys. I drastically over-remembered the amount of cobblestone I need for this. So yeah, we're just going to slowly mine our way back down. And then I'll basically show you guys how this is working once I get down there. Yeah, so as you can see, we already have string coming out. That's probably... Oh, I know what that is. Like, you remember how I told you guys that Botania makes spiders randomly drop string? So what's happening is there are spiders spawning up there, and they're dropping string, which is then falling into the water and being pushed down here. So as you can see, we already have a massive amount of mobs spawning here, and what they do is they just fall down here, and then they go down to half a heart. So basically, what we can do now is we can just easily... I'll just put all this cobble away. Well, all except one stack, because I always have one stack to repair tools. But we'll put all that away, grab our sword, and now we can just go up and easily farm all these mobs for their drops. It might not be pretty, but I really don't care. Function follows... No, form follows function. That's the word. That's the saying I'm looking for. Now we can just go up and annihilate all these guys and get tons of loot. Yeah, so as you can see, just from 5 minutes of spawning, we have 3 loot bags, 2 skeleton skulls, gunpowder, Minicio essence, rib bones, all this good stuff. So this is a really good early game mob spawner. It's not automated, but we do have to make an automated one eventually, but this one is good for right now. So I believe that's another achievement. Yeah, make a dark room 25 blocks away from your base for spawning and mobs and getting loot. So we've done that now. So I think I'm going to end this episode here, guys. Next episode, we'll probably do the making a grass... We'll probably do the achievement to try and get animals spawning, as well as probably building a second layer, making obsidian, and making a T-Con smeltery. But, yeah, so like I said, I think I'm going to end this episode here because most of the stuff that we have left, it's going to take a lot of farming to do and all that stuff. So if you guys like the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. No, dang it. Bye!